guys. Um, so Foodie went live yesterday and then she went live today. I was planning on reacting to her live stream from yesterday, but with as fast as everything is moving, I think we kind of need to look at both. I'm not sure how much of both we will get through, but we will at least hit whatever I feel is important. Um, because she was talking about medical stuff, so I wanted to listen to that and see what's going on. um, and um, kind of give my thoughts on the situation. So we will move over to her. I do have her, I think, at 1.75. Um, so let's see.
Okay, there we go. Oh.
Those lovely fan sounds, they kill me.
Hey guys, or whoever I missed. Scrape, you did something different with your picture. Hi everyone. Uh, I don't even think I can say hi to each person individually, but I see you all. And hello. Yeah, sorry Deb. Hey Tracy, hey everyone. Nubby, the mini, Aussie. uh, by the way, I'm just gonna say this once. If you come in here with your scammer bullshit, forever blocked, we would not scam a family member, and that's all I'm gonna say. All right, that's it. Oh man, okay.
Okay, so first of all, her breathing is horrendous at the beginning of this. I cannot believe how labored and how hard it sounds like she's having to work to breathe. Um, Also, when it comes to the scamming thing, she keeps saying she's not going to address it anymore. She is going to address it. And personally, in my opinion, I think she protests a little too much. Um, it maybe I'm different than everybody else. However, if I'm accused of something that I have not done, I will say my piece, and then if you continue with it, I'm just gonna stop engaging because I know what I've done. You can have your opinions, but we're not going to get past that. If you're not going to believe me, I can't convince you otherwise. I think she is so used to having yes men around her and having people constantly tell her how amazing she is and buying into the gaslighting that she does, that she's convinced that if she just keeps running her mouth, that it is going to fix this thing. I personally think it makes it even worse that they have now come out and said that this child is actually a family member of Salah's. Before, she was just somebody we were close to, somebody we met, somebody we've gotten to know. It shows from the very beginning, no matter what the intention was, to lie. And I do think it makes it even more probable that they did scam and they did use that money for something other than what it was intended. Because in their eyes, we helped pay for water, we helped pay for food, we were helping pay for rent because we were here. So why do I need to give you this money? It is just so crazy to me. And I am shocked that she's still trying to convince everybody that this is what happened. She finally moved on from the Bruce situation in Kuwait, and she has started saying, "Oh, we left for other reasons. I'm not going to discuss it," because she realized she cannot gaslight anybody into believing otherwise. However, we are still here and we are still talking about the same thing over and over and over again because she is convinced that she can make this right and that she can make everybody believe that she was in the right the entire time and it's everybody else's problem.
That's out of the way. Oh my gosh, sting. No, I can't turn my camera on because I'm sick. So when I'm sick and I'm hot, I will, maybe tomorrow, guys. Hi, guys. Oh, he's flying up to Syria.
Oh,
No
that's why
negativity.
they're in top chat, not live.
Yeah, I don't know what's wrong with me. Hey, comic,
There
everybody I
we
missed.
go.
Oh, look at you, Tila, you know it. We're gonna hang on to that forever. Hey, Wanda. I'm in Syria. Can't you hear the fans going 500 miles an hour? Thanks, Juicer. Well, I don't know what happened. Hey, Alicia. Hey, everyone. I missed. I'm not on antibiotics anymore, but no, but I might need to go to the hospital. Oh my gosh. Uh, I think laying in the AC and just not doing much was worse for my health. Yeah, than anything. Like,
Sounds
oof.
like
So I noticed
it sounds like she is sealing on a tarmac. It is crazy.
before I left, maybe 3 days before I left, um, uh, I started getting a bad headache. Virginia, just saying hi. Well, hello, Virginia. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you. Sealing is bad for the health. I honestly think that. Yeah, we're in the new house. Oh, so anyway, I noticed that I was so short of breath. Okay, but like I'm not wheezing or coughing. Just I don't know. My head feels like I have cotton in it, and my breathing is awful. So either it's my heart, a blood clot, COVID. I have no idea. WJ. No, I can't turn the camera on right now. God, I hope it's not. I'm very prone to blood clots, and I should be on blood thinners, and I'm not. So tomorrow, changing food. Yeah. I should have never like what I don't know. Seriously, no. There's no KFG here. J clot. Let's go to the hospital. Let's get checked right away. The hospitals are not the same here, guys. I don't want to go at night. They turn the AC off. You would sweat and
Okay, so if anybody's been watching Chantal, we have seen how she has physically changed just in the time she's been in Qatar. It looks like she has put on massive weight. Um, and she, said that she has previous blood clot issues. I believe she had a pulmonary embolism um, at the luxury villa. Um, but the thing is, when you are her size and you sit still a lot, that can cause blood clots. Same thing with flying. Flying can cause the same thing because you sit and your legs do not move a whole lot. When you are her size, you already have issues with blood flow and blood pooling in different areas of your body. And then when you stand up or move, the blood clots move and it can throw and it can cause a stroke. It can do all sorts of nonsense. The other thing is, she has not been on insulin for a while now, and untreated diabetes increases the risk for blood clots, um, as well as a completely sedentary lifestyle. It is so, so dangerous for her to not be moving around. The other thing, she is saying that she's breathing weird. I don't know if her stomach's hurting. I don't know if anything like that. Um, but I know with my dad, um, he near the end had gained so much weight that he had gotten so big. Here, we'll move this down a little bit so you can kind of see what I'm talking about. He had gotten so big that his stomach was actually pushing up into his diaphragm, and it was causing the bottom of his lungs to collapse upwards. And so he actually was for real struggling to breathe, even though 90% of the time he didn't have any kind of upper respiratory infection. It was just the sheer amount of weight that was pushing up into him and pulling down on his chest that was making it hard for him to breathe.
complain. Honestly, I felt healthier, sweating my ass off. I lost a ton of weight, and I'm sure I gained a lot of it back in that short amount, in like a week of being there. So there's no AC yet, but tomorrow, inshallah, they're supposed to install it. But don't forget, we can only run it during the day because at night the solar power will drain the battery. Megasaurus. Yeah.
Okay, let's talk about solar for a minute. I don't think she understands how solar works. I've been surprised at how many people really don't understand how solar works. Um, they could, in fact, get a system that would run their entire house. I am not sure what it would cost in Syria. However, here in the States, it's between $20,000 and $30,000 to get one installed. And those are the houses you see that have the panels completely across the roof. And even then, they're still hooked up to an electric grid and they have multiple batteries that their system cycles through throughout the day and through the night. Because what happens, and telling you this from experience, um, Before I had my strokes and we moved into the city, me and my husband, um, I love Victorian history. He really loves the pioneer history. So we lived completely off grid. No running water, no running electricity. We only used hand tools. We built our own cabin ourselves, and we lived as the pioneers did for a year and a half. We did have a very, very small solar kit that we used, and it was literally enough to run one light, one small fan that we would put in the window just to circulate air in the summertime. And then it would charge our phones so that if there was an emergency, we could call somebody. Now, what happens is that during the day you have your solar panels, and it runs through an inverter into your battery so that it takes the sunlight and it turns it into energy and it stores it in the battery. That inverter is where you plug your stuff in. That is, if it's in a house, you have your inverter and everything in your house is wired into that inverter. So if you are running all your stuff during the day because you don't have electricity, like we didn't have electricity, they get sporadic electricity for an hour here, an hour there. What you are actually doing is you are taking the energy the sun is producing and you are moving it directly into the items that you are using, and it never actually makes the full connection through to the battery, which means that at night you have less energy stored. There is less you can use. It, so unless they have multiple batteries, and I mean huge batteries and huge solar panels, they can't run it at night at all because they are sucking up all of the sun's energy. They're actually never for real charging those batteries all the way. And the downside of that is if you are not regularly charging your batteries properly, eventually the battery capacity gets lower and lower and lower, and then you have to replace them. Um, I'm not sure what kind of solar they're using, but that is the general idea behind how solar works. And they clearly are clueless. Her handsomest man um, doesn't appear to honestly be the Mr. Fix-It and know-it-all that she tries to portray to the internet. She wants him to seem like this big, strong kung fu legend, Mr. Fix-It, when all reality, he's a damp wet wipe. I don't have any other nicer way to say it. He's just a damp wet wipe. He's a limp noodle who just falls all over the place and allows her to take care of him. And she hypes him up, and she hypes him up good enough that it convinces him. And in return, she's hoping that it convinces the internet. And so far, I don't know that it has worked yet.
Uh, yeah, like my abdomen is swollen and I can't breathe, so maybe I don't know. Maybe I'm dying. And I traveled like this. I was like, well, tomorrow I'm gonna go to the doctor and tell him all my problems in French because it's the only language I speak. And Salah can't translate that because he's never heard of a pulmonary embolism. Does anyone know what that is in Arabic? I couldn't go back to Canada. Could be a heart failure. Oh my gosh, just from a few fast food meals in the past week? Or maybe the heat and then the AC? I don't know. Uh,
She was this sick in Qatar. Why did we not go to the hospital there? Qatar is an absolutely gorgeous place. That is why so many tourists go there from all over the world. And with that being a highly traveled area, it means that they would have some kind of translators. Somebody would be able to eventually get in there and tell them what is wrong. Also, I don't know how much I would trust her French. From what I've heard her speak, it sounds like she very much uses her own dialect. Some of it sounds a little made up, um, but that's just me. I could be wrong.
being overweight, I know. I am gonna go to a doctor. I panicked. My short of breath got so bad that I had to take my CPAP off. I panicked because I didn't want something covering my mouth. So I had to, no, my feet are not swollen at all. Uh, But like, I don't want to be lonely in Canada. You know, I prayed, I said, just let me make it home so that I can see my cat and my husband. And I know my mom and everybody, I know, but I, how can I die without saying goodbye to Julia? I'm just kidding. It's,
I swear, this this love is going to cost her everything, and it's not even real, which is crazy to me. She is so concerned with convincing the internet, people that she doesn't even know. We don't know her in real life. We don't see her in real life. We don't anything. She is so worried about convincing us that she is married and loved and that he is completely obsessed with her and just wants to be with her, that she is willing to risk everything, which is crazy to me. Absolutely crazy to me. Um, and she said that she had to take her CPAP off because she was so short of breath. CPAPs work to force air in so that you are constantly getting oxygen. But I'm wondering if maybe some of what's adding to this, and maybe it's some of why she's feeling sick. I don't know. CPAPs are supposed to be cleaned. They're also supposed to be adjusted as you lose or gain weight, because depending on how big you are. My dad had to, for the last probably 3 years of his life, he had to sleep sitting up or at an angle, because if he laid flat, the amount of weight that he had on his body would push down on his lungs, and his lungs actually could not expand at all. So he had to sit up. I don't know that she's getting it serviced. I don't know that she's cleaning it, um, which means any bacteria, any fungal stuff that has built up in there, that is getting pushed into her and forced into her lungs every single time she uses it. But also, we know that Kuwait had sand everywhere. Syria has sand everywhere. How much of that grit and gunk has gotten into that CPAP machine? And then on top of it, we also know that in Syria, there's bugs and stuff and parasites in that sand. There is no telling what she is forcing into her lungs and into her chest cavity every time she uses that CPAP. That is how I don't understand how she's still standing. This is just crazy to me.
Saddam Rawawi? What? I'm not gonna. Yeah, I can't go tonight. Salah's gonna, like, he's so dead. I have no one to take me. I'll stay on the same continent as you. But, it's free healthcare. This healthcare is so cheap here. What I'm gonna do is go in the morning. Like, if I'm laying down, I'm okay right now, you know? It's just my head hurts.
Yeah, I
I think she was sick. No, my heartbeat.
okay. So the love that she is trying so desperately to prove to us is real. I think this is one of the biggest things that shows that it is a scam and shows that he is only there for her money, and because he thought he could become famous on YouTube and probably upgrade some. Um, I think this is it. Like she's literally sitting there and saying, I think I'm dying. I feel like I am dying. But I can't go to the hospital because my husband is too tired. He can't take me because it would be too much. I don't know that he could get me there. Here's the thing, that is not what love does. Um, when Haberdasher saw my neighbors are mowing and he is not happy about it. Um, when I had my stroke, um, my husband, here's the thing, my husband is a blue collar worker. He works so hard. I mean, every single work day he comes home exhausted. He works insanely hard, and it is long hours on top of it. When I had my first stroke, it was caused by a traumatic brain injury. We had no idea it was going to happen. Um, He dropped everything to get me to a hospital. We got to a hospital, and 12 hours later, I had a second stroke in the hospital. That man stayed awake for 24 hours straight, did not complain, did not say he was tired, never once complained about being hungry, nothing, because everything was about getting me healthy. Once I was stable and the doctors were trying to figure out what caused it and where we were going to move from there to, keep me alive, he was going to work and working 12, 15-hour days, coming back to my room in the ICU and sleeping in a chair and did not complain. He was just happy that I was still functioning. Then I got home. I could not walk. I struggled speaking. I now also have seizures I have focal seizures, so I just get trapped in my body. I just sit and stare and that's it. But I had all of these issues, which meant I struggled with doing housework. I struggled with taking care of myself, just existing. That man would go to work, he would come home, he would take care of me and never complain about it. Because that's what love does. That is what a healthy relationship looks like. This is not that. I feel like I won't make it, but we can't do anything about it because my scammer husband is too tired. Tell me without telling me that he is only there for what he can get from you, which is crazy because if I was Salah, at some point my survival instinct would kick in and it would be like, let's keep her alive. I need her. I need the paycheck. Am I going to get the paycheck? Probably not, because eventually she's going to pass, and then what are we going to do? I, Neither one of them are too bright. It is absolutely shocking to me sometimes.
It doesn't feel irregular at all. Anyway, I had to travel and I tried so hard, like, to get ready in the hotel in the morning. I was trying to rest and my head hurt so bad. And I had 4 hours to sleep before I had to get up for the airport when I was traveling home. And I put on that chapter on low and just tried to fall asleep. And then I tried to get ready and I was like, I couldn't even walk to the toilet and I was out of breath. And I'm like, how am I going to travel back to Syria? So I just requested wheelchair service and they're like so nice. Like on the plane, the lady, she was like an angel. Like she kept coming to me. And they don't do this usually, but she kept coming to me. No, not right now, Wanda. Embolie pulmonaire. Ah oui, je peux parler en français avec lui. Vous avez raison. He speaks the Parisian French. Am I just crazy? Because I was arguing with him. He's like, I was saying this. Any French people out there? How do you say 10? He said D. I say this. Yeah, I wouldn't think it was your heart, but damn, Chantal, if it's a blood clot, this is urgent. Yeah, I know, I'm prone to them. I need to get back on medicine. Hey, Virginia, what I've been doing is taking aspirin as like a makeshift blood thinner in case that's what it is. But earlier today, I lost my voice. I felt really like I had like a cold. Uh, hey, casual vlogger. Oh, sorry, YouTube lover.
Okay, can we just discuss? I don't even know. Okay, yeah, I'm out of the way. Can we just discuss the parasocialness that is going on here? H2O for life. Some big strong guy I am. I'm in tears. Please go. You sound really bad off. Why are you why are you crying? You don't know her. I mean, it is worrying. It is concerning. I don't know that I would be crying if somebody that I did not know on the internet that I watch said that they didn't feel good. I I do not understand this kind of nonsense. Um, that totally threw caught me off guard. I don't even remember. Oh, aspirin. That's what we were going to talk about. So she says that she's worried that this might be blood clot. So let's hurry and take some aspirin. I have been on an aspirin a day for 3 years now since my very first stroke because it does help. However, it is something that helps over time. Chantal deciding that, hey, I might be sick, this might be a blood clot. Hurry, let's throw a couple of baby aspirins at it. That is like going out and trying to dry out a pool with a paper towel. I How has she made it this far? I am so confused about how she has made it this far. I is shocking to me.
I'll just have to really, I'm gonna go early. I'm gonna go in the morning. I'm just yeah. I feel like I have a flu, a blood clot, everything all at once. I don't feel well. Oh, I'm kind of nonchalant about anything serious living my role. I'm always like that. I don't know what's wrong with me. Jay. Yeah.
I think the nonchalantness is her giving up at this point. And I think she has given up for a while now. Um, Look at how she treats her body. Look at what she did the second she got to Qatar. I, she could not stop herself. Um, and it's sad when it gets that way. Because we watched it with my dad. My dad got to the point that he was like, "Yeah, what's the point?" Um, I my dad had the point that he didn't care, and he decided that because he didn't care and nothing mattered, because life had gotten so tough because of health issues and the shape that his body was in, he was it was going to be on his terms and with all the pleasure he could get, and that meant food. And I honestly think that's where she's at right now. Um, she wants the pleasure she gets from food, and she wants to feel like she is loved. She doesn't feel like she's loved, so instead she tries to convince the entire internet that we all need a love like hers. We need to be searching for a man like Salah. And until we get that, we don't know what true love is. I guess I will just have to miss out. I will never know the glories of the love that Chantal has, clearly.
Uh, maybe I do need oxygen. Yeah. I don't know what's allowed. I don't know if he would be able to bring me. He's so tired. That would be really, really risky for him to take me. And I need him to talk to the people for me. I can't go alone. But the hospital is kind of scary now. Dancing time. I don't know if they're like, hey, Valley, thank you. Wanda, babe, I love you. And I say this with love. Do not, do not. Like your breathing. Please get checked. We care so much about you. Thanks, Wanda. Hey, Tammy. Can you guys hear me breathing? Yeah, I have a headache. I don't know what my sugar numbers are. Go back to the hotel. No. I can't travel. Oh my god. He doesn't understand. No, he doesn't. He's probably like, holy crap, what the hell? You always have things wrong with you. Oh, it's just true. Hey, teardrop. I don't know what's wrong with me.
I'm actually pretty sure that Salah is fully aware and fully understands the complications. Um, yes, she is his paycheck, but she's the reason that he's no longer in Kuwait. She's the reason he's living without electricity. She is the reason that he's living without AC. She is the reason that he is no longer moving through the Kuwaiti red rooms. She has been nothing but a giant anchor around his neck. That's all this is. This is a case of the scammer being out scammed. That is what this is, and I think he fully understands it. And this may be a very easy way for him to move on from Chantal. I don't know. Time will only tell. Um, I think we heard the medical stuff out of here, so I think I'm gonna let's see. I think I'm gonna move us on over to her live stream from this morning. Okay, let's bop her on up because we know we're not gonna. I can't ever take her at normal speed. She talks too slow. Oh, sorry guys. I am still trying to figure everything out. Let's see here.
Heat waves always freaking me out.
Her numbers, guys, there are only 70 people watching her live stream right now. That is just crazy. She looks awful. Her face is so, so swollen. It almost looks like plastic. It's so tight.
What? What's going on? Is this a no notification live or what? Is there like one person that can comment or what?
You have been blocking everybody. Anybody that says anything different than what you want to hear, you block. You and Rosie both are horrible about blocking everybody who doesn't give you ass pats. And people are tired of being scammed. I think finally, maybe finally, her audience is starting to see her for who she is and what her and Salah are, which is scammers. That's it. Nothing more. It, that is what it is. This is what it feels like when you have burned almost every bridge. That is the look. That is that look.
There we go. Lily.
Her channel's fading away at the same time that she is.
Already. I forgot about that.
Crazy. And she's done it to herself.
My aspect ratio? How do I change it? Hi everybody. Dream, Shelly, Lily, Selena. What do you mean the aspect ratio? That looks squeezed? Not on my end. The whole screen. That's weird. You know, I'm tired of this crap. You got a notification?
And we're tired of you, honey.
Hello, Sophia. Oh, with the baby. Well, I hope everything's going well with the baby. Yeah, baby will keep you. What is that? Sorry. Maybe I should move over here. I think the sun. Hold on, guys.
This is insane. Without a chat and without a ton of people talking to her, she has no content.
So, I don't know about the rest of the world. You guys can tell me where you are, but right now there's a heat wave. Probably for another couple days. Ugh. Anyways. Anyways, everything is everywhere. It's chaos. I seem worried. Really? No, I'm excited to tell you guys about my I went to the hospital today. So, is that still up? Oh, hold on.
And we've muted. I've honestly wondered for a while if she's already had a stroke. Because one side of her face always sits differently than the other. One eye kind of droops. And I mean, those are usually signs of stroke or like Bell's palsy, which can also be an effect of stroke in the long run. And we're still muted.
Okay, so I just got home. The old one you can, want me to put it in the bathroom?
Yes. I don't know if anybody else feels like
guys.
it's just insanely slow.
Did you guys get a notification? I don't think so. I published a video right before this.
Smart.
Nah, leave me sway. Yeah, we're outside on the veranda.
So she published a video and then immediately went live, which means she is stealing her own views from both. People are going to be going to her channel, seeing that she's live, and clicking on this instead of watching the video. But also, less people will be coming in to the live because she published the video. That's the notification that got sent out, so nobody got a notification for this. genius level thinking here. I am I am in awe. I am in absolute awe. I don't know what to do to get on this level.
There's still a lot of the sweat is good for your skin. Now, I was sweating so bad at one point. I don't know if this is normal, but I woke up not sweaty, but there was like a salty residue on my skin. Is there salt in your sweat? I don't know. Shut the door, because Julie is an escape artist. So we have a nice olive tree.
There's salt in your sweat. I am going to repeat myself again. Genius level thinking. How do I obtain this level? How do I get there? I
Tree here. A nice shaded area for the veranda. That's what I'm under right now. Water bottles. There's an AC unit, but it's not conducive with our power source right now. So he's going to be getting a new one right now. We have a water tank. I'm just trying to describe things. And then there's a whole bunch of furniture we have to place somewhere. So salt is important for sweat. Yeah, look at all the olives on the tree. See them?
Yeah, I saw them.
didn't she say in the live stream we just listened to that they were going to have an AC? She said we're going to have AC tomorrow. Uh, Clearly, Salah is not capable of a whole lot.
They're nice. So if you don't pick those, they're going to turn black. I think so. And we can make black olives. I'm going to pick some and make olives. Can you grab one? You want to see the olives? Make your own olive oil. Making olive oil is a pain in the rear end. These are not dining chairs. It's like furniture for the living room.
There you are.
Thank you. All right, guys. I'm extending an olive branch, literally. That means when you give an olive branch, you're making a piece.
Yeah.
Cool. Olives.
It's ready to eat, by the way.
No way. No, we got
No,
yeah.
I mean, it's ready to use it.
Oh. I wish we could make some. I gotta learn how. Hey?
Yeah.
I like olive trees. They're nice.
The problem here, the weather is dry.
At this point, no
Yeah,
peace
there's a drought right
offering
now.
will work.
You get it once only two, like twice a week. Some areas only 1 day, some areas once every 10 days.
Oh, you need to fill the vortex.
Yes.
This is the only one we
I mean,
have.
the water from the government.
Ah.
Some areas, they don't have water at all. You have to buy the water tank. Once it's
Oh.
finished.
So here the government comes every.
No,
Oh.
by itself.
Oh.
They just make it on, then you can use it.
Oh. Do we have water right now?
No, maybe at the
Evening. Okay. Water bottle shower.
They have no water until evening. I love that for her. I love that for him. I the smells, the stenches, I just cannot even imagine. Especially when you realize that she is waking up almost almost covered in a salty brine that has dried on her. That's wow. Salah, you are a lucky man.
I'm live. Okay, can you hear me? This is Mushkila. Should I try my data? Okay, let me turn the camera
We can
on.
hear you.
Okay, can you see me now? Or is it looping now?
How long is it going to take us to get to a doctor update?
Is it okay? Guys, like, we have the fastest internet that you can get here. I don't know why it's doing that. Like, honestly. Because I can't see myself looping.
Because you're in a war-torn country,
What about now, babe? It's okay? Okay.
stealing every
So
resource
I'll get to
you
my medical
can.
news. So whenever it starts being bad, just let me know, okay? I can go out and come back in. I think that refreshes it. All right. So I went to a hospital, a private hospital, and yeah, unfortunately, I ate all those groceries in one day because I have no control over myself. So I went to the hospital and I said, I think I'm dying because last night,
I dreamt of.
San Pedro, my breathing was so bad I could hardly walk to the washroom because your house is large and the washroom is far. I had to stop 3 times to catch my breath. I ate all the Gouda cheese to catch my breath just to go to the bathroom.
Okay. That is, her saying that is a little concerning. Um, my dad, the last year of his life, and then the last time that I saw him, um, outside of the hospital, he would walk from one room to another area, but he would have to stop and sit down. The last time I saw him, we were meeting him to go out to eat, to celebrate Thanksgiving because he wouldn't go into anybody else's house. It took him 20 minutes to walk from a handicap spot, which was at the front of the restaurant, to the door of the restaurant, and he kept having to stop and lean on different things to breathe. And he had to, sit down on a bench outside before we could even go in the restaurant. And part of it was everything pushing up into his diaphragm and into his lungs. Part of it was the weight pulling down on his chest. The other part is, and this is where it makes me, I think it's the most concerning thing for her. Um, my dad, we did not know it at the time. My dad had contracted RSV, which generally that's something usually only babies get. However, that is what he had. And in the process, because of the weight he had and how it was pulling on his lungs and all the other comorbidities that went with his size, um, it ended up being complications due to RSV, which is something that babies survive. That ended up being what did him in at the end of it. So it's very concerning, and I don't think she realizes just how serious um, this whole thing could be for her. And a lot of that could also be that where she's having to trust on Salah's translation of what the doctor is saying. How does she have a guarantee that he's telling her the truth because she doesn't speak the language? Which is insane to me because she lived in Kuwait for 3 years. She had plenty of time. She has had more than enough time. What does she do with her day? Nothing. She could have done something. I I am a stay-at-home wife. I cook for my family. I clean my house every day. But on top of it, I work on crochet projects. I am working on a writing project. I am currently teaching myself piano. I have dogs that I take care of. I have plants and stuff that I take care of outside. I mow the yard. I weed eat. Uh, I have tons of things that I do during the day that not only increase my knowledge, but they enhance my quality of life since I can't go anywhere. So I have to make the best of what I have here. Learning a new language could have been one of those things for her, and she hasn't. So she is now putting her entire life in the hands of whatever translation Salah gives her, but on top of it, whatever he tells the doctors. And even herself, she said, he doesn't know how to tell them pulmonary embolism. Go home. Go to Canada.
Hello. So, I couldn't breathe, like, at all. Hey, Tracy. I know, no notifications. Love you too. So,
So, do you want the AC now?
yeah, go. If you want it. You think it's worth it?
Let the breeze.
I don't know. What do you think? Do you guys think we should get an AC? Hey, Barb. Think it's worth it? If the internet lags out, it'll come back, so just be patient. No, I've been on for 16 minutes.
The heat from 10 to 3 or 10 to 4.
Yeah, but are we going to, it's only going to be for what, max another month, and then it's going to get cold in Syria, right?
Staying hot for a month
I don't care, you're the one freaking out.
because you'll travel again to find the AC.
Definitely get an AC, why not? But guys, the thing is it's only going to be hot for another couple weeks, and then it's going to get cool. You know? Honestly. Everyone thinks we should get the AC. Wi-Fi, we upgraded our Wi-Fi. This is as good as it's going to get in Syria.
The best one.
Yeah.
The most expensive one.
Voila. You'll feel better with air conditioning. September can still be hot.
Last one. The most expensive one. The king demands nothing less for his queen.
What do you think? Every time we're dying of heat, we want AC, right? Global warming.
When I took a nap, oh my god, I was sweating.
Yeah, you look miserable in the heat. Just go get it. No?
Yeah, we need one. As long as we have the solar panel set.
She is still live and only has 35 people watching her. That is crazy compared to the numbers that she was getting. If this isn't a sign that everybody is done with her, I'm not sure what is.
Cool pads? Yeah, I can wear cool pads under the hijab.
We can use it 8 a.m. until 5 p.m.
Yeah.
Maximum 5:30 p.m.
It'll make it comfortable to work in here too, in the house. By the way, I emptied a couple suitcases. clean the vanity and stuff. All right, so
We have working fridge, but need some gas.
yeah, you gotta put gas in the fridge. It's only a little cold now, so if we put gas, it'll work. And actually, it's a really clean, nice fridge.
And huge. It's the biggest size.
Yeah, it's really nice.
That's fine in Syria.
And it's clean. The one that we were renting was so gross. Wow, you guys would freak. Okay, so health updates. We went to a private hospital.
It costs us a lot. But I'm glad that you're okay.
Thank you.
You was worrying about you'll die.
Is it diesel or regular? The fridge.
I feel I will die. I have to go. I can't breathe.
I thought I was gonna die.
Oh my God, guys, do you hear him? He is making fun of her. Holy crap.
I will die. I have to go. I can't breathe.
I thought I was gonna die. I could not breathe. So
Babe, you was clickbaiting me.
I could not breathe.
Breathe.
I thought
I feel I
diesel or regular. The fridge.
Even talks extra slow when he's mimicking her. Guys, I am dying. This is amazing.
I feel I will die. I have to go. I can't breathe.
I thought I was gonna die. I could not breathe. So
Babe, you was clickbaiting me.
no, I was sick.
Making drama into bait.
Hey YouTube. Hey Mariam, how are we?
I
By
think
the
he's
way,
clickbaiting
you're just like
me.
me. You're living in, Middle East. Do you guys have air conditioning? You probably can relate with a lot of the issues we have here. Our fridge needs gas. No water all the time. Clickbaiting him. Anyway, so the doctor just like listened to my lungs. You're in Kuwait. Kuwait. I love Qatar and Kuwait. I love the Middle East. Okay, so basically, where do I start? 3 different doctors were looking at me. So basically, they gave me oxygen with this breathing treatment. It was like a smoky treatment. I don't know. I was on oxygen.
Nebulizer? It is insane to me that she was at the hospital getting treated and she can't walk out and say what they did for her. Every time I go to a doctor, every time I have a test run, whatever, I know the name of the test that they are doing. I know what the test is supposed to be telling them. And I kind of have some small idea of how the test works. That is part of being an advocate for yourself and taking care of your health yourself. I This may be final season, guys.
Then they gave me an IV with this stuff for my headache. They gave me a shot in my hip. Some kind of, I don't know what that was. Hey, Vampira. Yeah, I'm in Syria. Yeah, he does, Debbie. A nebulizer? Yeah, nebulizer, I
But
think.
even if I went now, or if I go now and buy the AC, nobody will install it because they'll come evening. It's hot.
Yeah, nobody really goes
Nobody's
out.
free now.
Honestly, compared to Qatar, it's cold here.
It's
Qatar was
47,
insane.
46 here.
46.
He can't go get them an AC because there's nobody available to install it. Oh my gosh. How long have I been on the wrong screen? Oh, this is insane. Oh, okay. Well, I am not sure how long I was on the wrong screen. That's just great. Um, did you guys at least get to hear him mocking her? Okay.